Hello students, welcome to the class. In today's session we are going to learn about types of network. So in previous class we learned about what is network. It is basically interconnection of computing devices. So here we are going to learn about types of network. Based on the geographical spread, the network is broadly divided into four categories. First one is LAN, local area network, MAN, metropolitan area network, WAN, wide area network, and PAN, personal area network. So let's see in detail about each of this network type. The first one is called local area network. Okay, so this is confined to particular building, right? So the proximity is very limited. So when you connect all the devices in a particular campus, then you are forming a LAN. So if you consider our computer lab, so if all the systems are connected, then we are making a LAN. So we can connect our computer lab with the office room itself. So that is also a LAN. So within the campus, if you are connecting all the devices, then that is called LAN. So mostly in LAN, the media transmission media will be wired media, right? So a local area network is a device network that connects with each other in the scope of a home, school, laboratory or office. So the proximity is within the campus. Usually a LAN comprises computers and peripheral devices linked to a local domain server. So in most of the LANs, a server will be there. So that server takes control of serving the files and controlling other devices. So all network appliances can use the shared printers or disk storage. So mainly the purpose of network is resource sharing. So that we can do in the network. So in this LAN kind of network, we have the common server. So we can save all the files in the server. So from any of the devices, we can access the file. So typically LAN includes many wires and cables. So in some of the LAN connection, there is a wireless connection also. So that type of LAN is called WLAN, wireless LAN. Okay. So next one is metropolitan area network. So metropolitan area network is a large computer network on large geographical area. So that includes several buildings or even the entire city. So normally within the city range. Okay, so for example, if you consider branches of schools, so all the branches of schools can be connected. So that kind of network is called metropolitan network. Okay, so MAN is used to combine into network group located in different buildings into single network. So all the different buildings in different part of the city can be connected. So the diameter of such network can range from 5 to 50 kilometers. So in this kind of MAN, we can connect different types of LANs. So these smaller LANs together form a MAN, metropolitan area network. Right. So the next one is wide area network. So this wide area network is a type of telecommunication network which is used to connect the computers on wide geographical area. This is across the countries and continents. So globally, if you are connecting all the devices, all the computing devices, then that is called WAN, wide area network. Okay, so internet is an example of this WAN. So here different LANs, MANs and individual computers are connected. So group of LANs and group of WANs consisting the WAN. Right. So they offer exceedingly convenient and quick way of exchanging information and data between employees, suppliers and clients that are geographically remote each other. WANs are often constructed from several smaller networks. So LANs and MANs together form a WANs. So if you consider office software companies, they have branches in different parts of the world. So all these offices can be connected. So that is globally connected. So that type of network is called WAN, wide area network. So next we have personal area network. So this personal area network is within the proximity of an individual. Okay. So normally we are transferring information from a mobile to a laptop, right? So then we are forming a personal area network. Within our range, we are transmitting information. We are communicating to other devices. So we are forming a network. So this kind of network is called personal area network. Okay. So personal area network is a network organized on a limited area and used for data transmission between various personal devices such as computers, tablets, laptops, telephones and different digital and mobile devices. And also to connect higher level network and internet. So to connect internet. Okay. So these are all the types of networks. So we have 4 types. One is LAN, MAN, WAN and then PAN. So this is based on the geographical spread. Next one, we are going to learn about network devices. So we know we need several devices to form a network. So apart from the computers and wires, we need several other devices. So let's see the devices one by one. So the first one is called hub. Okay, hub is a device that allows us to connect multiple computers or devices together in a network. So you can see from this picture there are so many ports. So in this port you can connect your computer. So we have the NIC in our computer. That NIC we can use the wires, and that next part, one part of the wire is connected to the computer and another part can be connected to this hub. Like this we can connect several machines to this hub. Okay, and this so how does the communication happen? For example, these are all the systems connected. Let's say this is A, B, C, D and then E. Now A wants to transfer information to D. So what happens? This sends the information to the hub. So normally when you send the information is divided into smaller chunks, that is called packets. So each packet has information and the address. Okay, so when A sends the information, that information has information part as well as the address part. So the address is here. Let's see, it is D is the address. So this information is passed to the hub. So this hub broadcasts the information to all the devices connected to the hub. Okay, so this one sends the information to A, B, C, D, E, all the devices. It broadcasts the message. So the server end, the receiving end, the computer which has the address which matches with the address, that computer alone receives the message. All other devices rejects the message. So this is how the information will be passed to the intended node. Okay, so this is how the hub works. Okay, so normally the hub broadcasts the message. The device which is intended to receive the information only receives the message. All other devices rejects the message. Okay, so next we have switch. So switch we can call it as intelligent hub. So why it is intelligent? So this switch is works same like hub, but it works intelligently. So instead of broadcasting the message, it sends the information only to the particular node. So we have seen in hub, it broadcasts the message. So unnecessarily it sends the information to all the devices. Okay, so here switch acts intelligently and sends the information only to the intended node. Since it has the address, only that particular address machine will receive the message. Okay, so it will not send the message to any other device. Next we have modem. So modem, the name implies modulator and demodulator. So MO stands for modulator and DEM stands for demodulator. Okay, so this modem is a computer peripheral that allows to communicate with other computer via telephone lines. Okay, so this modem is used to connect, normally used to connect internet, right? So internet we can use it along with the telephone lines. Okay, so the telephone lines uses analog signals and our computer uses digital signals. So we need the device, this modem. It translates analog signal into digital and digital signal into analog. So when it sends the message from the computer, it converts the analog digital signal into analog, so that telephone line can use the signal. So when it receives from the telephone line, so that is the analog signal. Again it converts that analog signal into digital. So that is the purpose of modem. Okay, modulation and demodulation. So this modem can be an internal modem or it can be external modem. So internal modem, it is attached within the system, it is inside the system, and it can be external modem also. Externally we can use it as a extra peripheral, right? So this is the purpose of modem. So then we have repeater. So when you are transmitting information, this information is going through the long distance. So it may get weaker, right? So it will not reach the destination properly. So in that case, what we can do, we can regenerate the signal. So that is the purpose of repeater. So repeater is a device that is used to regenerate a signal which is on its way through a communication channel. Okay, so let's see, from here to here we are sending the information. So when it passes over here, the signal gets weak. So if it going weaker and weaker, it will not reach the destination. So this goes to the repeater. Repeater, on receiving the information, on receiving the signal, it regenerates. Okay, it amplifies the signal so that the receiving end will receive the proper message. Okay, so that is the use of repeater. Next we have router. So this router is responsible for forwarding data from one network to different network. Okay, so this is the router. It connects to different networks. So in a home itself we can use the router sends the signal to multiple devices. Okay, what is the purpose of this router? It finds the shortest path available. So when transmitting the information, it calculates the shortest route, then it sends the information. So when the router does not find any proper route, it sends the signal to the next router. So the next router can determine the next route and the traffic moves on. Okay, so normally the work of the router is to forward the data from one network to another. Next we have bridge. So bridge is a network device which forwards traffic between network segments. So this is used to connect two similar networks. Okay, so a network, if the network is very big, it can be divided into different segments. So this bridge is responsible to connect two segments of a network. Okay, so both networks uses same protocols, okay, same kind of network. So the use of bridge is to connect the different segments of network. Next device is a gateway. So this gateway is a device which is used to connect different types of networks. So bridge is used to connect similar networks. Here gateway is used to connect different types of networks. So each network is using different protocol. That means simply they are using different languages, right? So how do you communicate? How do you connect two person who are speaking different languages? So we need some translator. So that is the use of gateway here. So this gateway understands different protocols and converts the traffic between this network according to the protocol, right? So that is the use of gateway. So which is used to connect different types of network and perform necessary translation so that the connected networks can communicate properly. So that's all about today's class. So here we have learned about types of network. Basically we have 4 types: LAN, WAN, MAN and then PAN. And then we have seen about different network devices like hub, switch, gateway, bridge, router and then modem. That's all about today's class. Thank you.